And in our second interview, the president of the African Bar Association, Uwaifo, spoke on corruption in the judiciary and how it has affected people's perception of the Nigerian judiciary internationally. Now, what do you think about corruption in the judiciary?
I think that that's a serious cause for concern, because not every judge or magistrate or judicial officer is corrupt. There are a lot of very many honest judges, but the activities of the corrupt ones appear to be, staining the white robes of the just ones. And so we must be open in these things. We must not shield things like this. If there's anywhere we have found corruption, we must open it up and deal with it so that the just ones can be protected. I repeat, not every judge, whether in the Nigerian judiciary or judiciary in any other part of the African continent, is corrupt. But we have bad eggs. Particularly, this issue of election petitions have thrown the judiciary into a very big mess, because there will continue to be allegations of bias and collecting of money. And it has been going on. That those who serve in electoral petitions, they collect bribes, they collect money. Not only that, in so many other cases. But wherever we find these allegations, we can investigate them and punish those responsible. And of course, the NJC has been doing that. So having a blanket ban is not a good idea. We must identify them. Or the African Bar is not against the government or any authority dealing with the crime, if any has been committed. As it is now, there are so many unexplained things. Very many unexplained things. Removing the Chief Justice of Nigeria unjustly is a desecration of the judiciary. But allowing the Chief Justice of Nigeria to remain in judiciary if he's corrupt is also a problem. We are not trying to shield the Chief Justice. We are not trying to side with corruption. But we are trying to say, let the legal process and the constitutional process take its course.
Now, the appeal court has said that the CCT has jurisdiction on this matter. What does that really mean now for the CJN?
That the Court of Appeal has ruled under the relevant criminal law that the trial before the CCT is a criminal trial, and that under the Act, the criminal trial cannot be stopped. So, which means the Chief Justice has to go back to face the trial. They've correctly interpreted the law. So, what's the next step? It is the lawyers who are handling this matter who are in the better position to say what steps they intend to take. For us, we are interested in ensuring that the judiciary is not desecrated, and that as the last law of the common man, it remains so, and that corruption in judiciary must not be tolerated as well. And two, the government must understand that powers within a democracy are separated, the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive. And two, that due process must be followed in dealing with any issue.
You've traveled a lot, I know, and I know that people have spoken to you about what they believe the Nigerian judiciary is. Now, perception, they say, is stronger than reality. What perception do you think people have about the Nigerian judiciary?
I can tell you that it portends very serious and bad reputation. I just came back from a meeting in Montreal, where I was last week. And after the meeting, some Canadian who was in the meeting jokingly asked me and said, "Mr. President of the African Bar, how's your billionaire Chief Justice?" And I said, "Do we have a billionaire Chief Justice?" He said, "Well, are you not reading what is happening? We are hearing that your Chief Justice has billions of naira, millions of dollars." And I said, "Well, you are just reading the newspapers. But I can bet you it's everywhere." So this is a matter that we should have handled better. And this is a matter that lawyers should have handled better. This is a matter that government should have handled better. But definitely, I think the judiciary will not come out unscathed.
Do you think the CJN should have resigned?
Well, resignation is personal to the person concerned. you know, and it also depends on how he feels guilty about the situation or what he feels he has done. If he has not done anything, he cannot resign. But if he feels he has done something, like a lot of people are saying, he admitted it, then he should just have resigned.
Now, the NBA said, the NBA, which is the national body of the Nigerian Bar Association, said that the lawyers should boycott courts. What other things could the NBA have done? Or do you think the boycotting of courts would have been effective?
Well, the African Bar does not interfere in the activities of local bar associations, particularly the Nigerian Bar Association. If the leadership feels they want to boycott courts, that's their own, is their decision. And if their members, you know, obey it, so be it. You know, but asking my own personal opinion, I think the NBA should take this matter very seriously and look at it in such a way as the NBA will not be seen to be aiding and abetting anybody, but instead defending the Constitution and the rule of law.